I love you, Talianata Brava. Mahalo and welcome all blessed Brava babies to this perfectly attuned transmutation entitled Metrics on the Wall. I have a Shark Tank invention. It's a boyfriend who's actually a cup holder armrest. Get at me, cake. I can literally make anything a cup holder armrest. I don't even have a car. And she can make a turtle a cup holder. My jars, we are not here to speak about caffeine addiction. Yes, she's lit. AF. ATT. All the time. I've been trying to make all the time happen since 1999. We're talking about metrics. Okay, so the latest guest on the Joe Rogan pod, I can't even remember, some white boy, he was like, if you can't measure it, you can't improve it. Okay, cuties? And I don't want to live in a world where the only people with good cardio health are the nerds who are taking over the fucking world of the biotech whatever industry. Okay, I don't want to live in a world of biohackers, cuties. So catch up to those cockroaches who are going to survive the apox. Okay, cuties? We need to be stealing the tea from them. So let's look at this idea. Metrics on the Wall is the name of this divinely attuned transmutation. So in the story of Snow White, there was a mean old lady who did not have a good Bev Hells surgeon, who did not have a good med spot in the vicinity, and every morning she would wake up, just like my mother would do. She would look in the mirror first thing, just check herself, and she would say, as we know, unless it were like a kid who wasn't read Snow White, mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them all? And what would happen? She would find out, oh, there's like some bitch named Snow White. Hello, I kind of look like her. There's like some bitch like Snow White who like lives in the forest with a whole bunch of dudes, and like she's hotter than you. So every morning, this poor lady, instead of owning her wisdom, instead of owning her crow's feet as like signs of aged gorge, no, she was comparing herself to the young Anne Hathaway of yesteryear living in the forest with her friends. Okay, cuties? The point being, this woman did not use a mirror as a metric. She used a mirror to objectify herself, to compare herself. It was a very weighted, it was not objective. The reason we don't look at the metrics in our life that will support and help us is because we have such a fucking attachment to them that they are talking to us, literally, and telling us shit about the other bitch down the road who's gonna get the Oscar. Anne Hathaway. But like a younger Anne Hathaway. Can we believe it? In this story, okay, cuties, in the story of comparison, we think that way. So I'm not a religious lady. No, I had to invent my own. Catch up to those who are just tuning. I channel Brava. So Talia Brava is a name that represents the god I channel, which is a demigod myself. I've made myself into an idol. So clearly I'm not a religious chick, okay, cuties? I wasn't raised with religion. But I do know one thing, though, that I channeled. The root of all evil is the takey, grabby, want from others what is not ours, from the world what is not ours. If there is an evil, if there is a devil, shall we say, it is the thing in you that wants to take what is not yours. So, my jars, if you can't look objectively into the mirrors, the metrics, if you're in a role of comparison, you are one step away from doing those blasphemous acts. Any act that is unconscionable stems from a place of feeling like, I'm to take what is not mine because I don't have enough. Okay, cuties? I've spoken to people who've done horrible things, and the root of it is that grabby hand. Okay, cutie? So we're going to look at metrics. And the reason we talk about this as mirrors, okay, cuties, I was in a horrible experience in yoga teacher training where I just stared in a mirror and a moan fucking face. Okay, everyone got a partner, okay? We were doing this eye gazing thing, okay, cuties? If you're in the spiritual world, you might have done this, where you like stare at somebody until they become like a third eye image, and you're like, oh my god, you're an alien, but I like feel love. Whatever. So I had no partner. Last pick. So I had to sit in a yoga studio and stare my own face for a literal hour. Literal hour, bitches. Not 30 seconds. I saw a girl, Natalia, whatever. Natalia, always a Natalia, right? Natalia was doing mirror work on Instagram, which is like a triple mirror. That's a 10x mirror. Okay, cuties, if you're doing a mirror work on Instagram. So she was doing this thing where she was doing her own mirror work, where I'll explain what that is, and doing affirmations, but she was also doing it on Instagram, which I love, because like I can't do like these boring processes unless I monetize them whilst I do it, so she was doing that. Anyway, I did it for a full fucking hour, and I wasn't allowed to talk and say cute things to myself like she was doing. Affirmations. No, I had to stare at my fucking face. And what did I see? I saw a monster. Because I had to let go of the walls of all the angles that we put on ourselves, all the filters that we put on ourselves, all that shit, and see the fucking human, which truly is weird. It's weird, okay, cuties? To truly look beyond the images that we project over and over and over to block truth. That's what mirror work is, okay, cuties? And so can we use the metrics that we have in our lives as a true objective mirror? And what I'm talking about is looking at your bank account. Looking at how much you can bench. Yeah, okay, yesterday she back squatted her PR from core, post-core PRs. Okay, cuties, we all get a fresh start. How much can you lift? Okay, how much like can you bike before you get winded? However you metrics about how much sleep are you getting? How many calories are you eating? People, I will say, like, a lot of these things are triggering for people. Why? Because you have, wherever it is triggering to have your metric, whether it's like, oh, I can't look at the number on the scale, or I cannot look at, you know, my bank account statement. Wherever it is that you can't look, know that you have too much of a charge there. And ego death is required. And the way, the obstacle, as Ryan Holiday would say, the obstacle is the way. So whatever it is that feels chargy for you, that's your work. Okay, cuties, we gotta look clearly. So I'm gonna be real. My mommy, she used to wake up every single morning and cry in the mirror. She would cry in the mirror about how fat she was. Hello, how fucked up is that? And that is why we're doing generational healing, my cuties. If you are a female identified person, or even if you're not, because it passes on to all of us. And you have this lineage, okay, of hating that mirror and shaming yourself because of that mirror. We are doing generational healing. And some say when we heal ourselves, we heal other people. I don't fucking know. Am I your God? No, I'm only my God. You gotta be your God, okay, cuties? So let's look at ego death, though, by looking at our metrics and using our metrics. But here's the thing, my cuties. Here's the cute thing. When we get too obsessed with numbers, like little biohacker boys, this is gonna be their demise. Get at me, Grimes, because I want a little bus with all the hot girls for Hot Girl Mars weekend. Once the apox happens, leaving Elon and all of his bros, get at me, Grimes, all the hot girl trophies. We go to Mars and just like a POC party. Okay, Brittany's there. She's already there. Don't worry. That's okay, cuties. This is my. I'm having a moment for a conspiracy on the internet. Excuse me. I'm ready to get canceled. Brittany has been dead since the head shave. Okay, cuties, when Brava left her body. Get at the history books with Brava. Since the head shave, Brittany has actually been dead, and she's been living on Mars, colonizing it, and it's just like that Dancing Till the World End video this whole fucking time. So don't feel sorry for Brittany. No. Brittany free. Free Brittany. Brittany free is a alien, because she is one now. She's a Martian. Okay, it's cute. Okay, so who knows who's down there in that little cute bod, though, dancing salsa for us every day, because that is a tribute to humanity. So, my jars, here's the cute thing. When we focus too much on the metric, the number, the account, the intel, the mirror, we can lose track of the actual aim, the actual intention, right? So if we're like, I need to be 100 pounds. Well, that's disgusting. I need to be 130 pounds, whatever it is. Okay, I need to be 130 pounds. And yeah, you gain muscle and you're like, fuck, but your body is tight and right. And you're looking like, hello, on the beach right now. You're like thong to thong. Hello for like thong bathing suits being normal. Normalize thong bathing suits. So your ass is looking tight and right. And like all the bros are noticing. Okay, cuties, but yeah, she's like, but I gained weight. That is where a metric can do us wrong. We get attached to this idea of a metric without looking at what was the actual intention. To be hot and cute on a little thong bathing suit on the beach, and she did it. She should be celebrating. Get her a martini. Do we hear this? So the metric could do us wrong, right? If we attach to it and we forget the intention. Intention is all. Intention is everything, my cuties. In everything. Everything is everything, as Lauryn Hill doth speaketh. So if we lose track of the metric, we go off course. Here's the thing, my cuties. We need to erase goal thinking. Goal orientation is tomorrow. We don't got time for that shit. 2020, everything's canceled. Everything, your life happens now. Erase goal thinking and replace it with decisions. Make a decision on a process. This is direct from the power of the Atomic Habits. Process over goal. Okay, cuties? And I'm adding to this, decide on that process. So you're not going to say, I'm making an intention and a goal for like in 6 months. I'm going to do this and that. And I'm going to, finally quit this job. And I'm going to go live in Hawaii. And I'm going to be just like telling you, Brava. Whatever your fucking dream is, cuties. Make a decision today on a process rather than a goal for tomorrow. What does that mean? That means instead of saying, my goal is that I'm going to back squat 160 4x4 and it's going to be easy for my bod. No, your process is every single day, I'm going to add this much weight. So you create a process and you commit to it and you decide today. So whatever it is that your goal is, can we translate that into a process that you commit to today? And metrics it. Get real with your numbers. Look at those numbers. It is so fucking empowering to look at your bank account every single day. And here's the thing, my cuties. When you look at it, whatever metric you look at, let it be a mirror. Let it tell you something about yourself. So when I look at my money spent, let's look at money spent. Each of these is an investment, whether it's an investment in something you intend to invest in or not. Okay, cuties? If you're investing to get lit in 5 seconds, pay money for that cold brew. Okay? That was an investment in me now. However, if you're investing time and time again on shit that you do not want to invest in, it's actually like, oh, who is that character? Are you investing in internet pornography? What are you investing in that you don't want to be investing in? You spending it all in Vegas trips? Where you secret gambling addiction? What are we investing in? Look at it and let it tell you something about yourself. However, if you look at your bank account and in the past you felt bad about signing up for all those Tally Brava retreats, but then you're like, wait a minute, no, I am investing in my personal growth, development, spiritual career advancement. One step fucking shop. Build your world. 144. It's a steal. 7 weeks of training. What are you investing in? Let that be your mirror. So we can turn all of these metrics into beautiful mirrors. We can turn all of this intel into working for us, not against us, if we can let our egos fucking die. So one of my dear friends, podcast world, Tim Ferriss, he's my boyfriend, but anyway. Tim Fair was speaking to some basketball player, I can't remember his name, and he was asking him, when you watch instant replays, or when you watch, not even the instant replays, let's be real, watch the whole replay, right? When you watch your replays, what are you watching for? And this guy was very brute on. I love a brute on. He was like, well, early in my career, I used to look for the instant replays. I used to look for the shots. But now, towards the end of his career, he was like, I would look for the mistakes. Would you look for the mistakes? Here's the thing is, my cuties, we don't look at what we cannot fucking handle. What we think, oh, that would break me. Have you ever told your parents a memory and they're like, don't tell me, it will break me? That's called a very fragile ego. Okay, cuties? A fragile ego. A strong, like Brava fucking ego. A hyper ego that is here only to improve you. Okay, cuties? And to be that fucking Navarro cheer coach for you. Can look at the playback and say, nope, you paused there. Nope, you misspoke there. Nope. And completely objectively. There's nothing to protect. So until you get to that stage, you're not going to look for the mistakes. And if you do, you're going to use it to like berate yourself, and like bash yourself and shame yourself. No emotion, cuties. But look for the room for fucking improvement. That's how you become excellent. Can we throw out, there's one playbook I would like just ejected. Eject the playbook of Steve Jobs. Okay, cuties? Because it is not applicable. This man was a fucking monster, and we all know it. He was categorically horrific. And anyone but a genius, also white man. Okay, cuties? Let's not leave out the fact that he's a white man. Give me an example of any other descriptor, oh human, that could come into his office building and scream and weep over a CD-ROM drive that pushes out instead of just being like, you push it in. Early in his motherfucking career. And go on to be Steve fucking Jobs. No, my cuties. You scream and cry over a CD-ROM drive? You're gone. You're done from tech world. Okay, cuties? Just being real. So let's throw out the playbook of a monster. Here's the thing, my darlings. Well, one thing that's fun for me is I was just thinking about how to give all of my liberal friends panic attacks. And what's really fun if they're like, oh, and they mention someone's name, you're like, who is he? And they're like, oh, you know. And you're like, no, can you describe him? Because I don't know if I know him. And ask for adjectives. Can you give me a physical description of that human? And you'll just see all your liberal friends have cardiac arrest over the anxiety of using an adjective. Comparison is the root of evil. That's it, cuties. Comparison, mirror, mirror, hello. Takey, I want what she has. And soon you're doing something horrific. Okay, cuties, that is the root of evil. The root, my jars, of being able to be an ego death. For greatness, to be manifest, to be put into that state of purity where we can perform with absolute best. It's being able to look directly, squarely in the face at all your metrics, all your mirrors, and take that intel. We will survive beyond the biohackers, my cuties. All right? Hot girl summer on Mars or on Saturn. We will be dancing till the world ends with Britney. All right, my jars. Yes, I love the hearts. Good morning. Who is that, my friend? Oh, so nice to see you. All right. Hello, Maria. All right, my darlings. That's all she wrote. That's all she could write. Because she's only like this far into her call, bro. We all have our loves. Okay, cuties? Even if it's just for a few hours until crash. So, here's the tea. Here's the takeaway. Measure something that you've been not looking at. Measure it objectively and do not cry over it. Do not cry over numbers. You're better than that. All right, have beautiful, blessed Brava days. And sign up for Build Your World, my 7-week program. My jars, I'm taking all of the virtual retreats that I've led over 7 months and bringing them into a 7-week program that takes you from holding that foundation of core values, what's your intention, what's that vision, all the way into packaging and launching. I'll see you so very soon. This has been Be Brava Live, Matrix.
Feels like a Brava shade. Gimme, gimme.